Hi, my name is Mickey Hudson, and I'm going to be showing the Pfaff Quilt Expression 720. Now, this one is the limited edition, and it is in a beautiful sage green. I know it doesn't show up very well, but it is a beautiful sage green. The non-special editions are in this beautiful aubergine, kind of a purple, but they are beautiful machines. They're exactly the same other than the color. But this is the Pfaff Quilt Expression 7000. Now this one boasts 428 built-in stitches, and on the screen is everything that you need, basically. We have the foot up, foot down, so foot up, foot down. This is Mickey Hudson, and I'm here to talk about the Pfaff Quilt Expression 710. This is the special edition, which is this beautiful sage green. We have limited quantities of the special edition, and when we run out, will be an aubergine, which is kind of a purple, and it's beautiful. But it boasts 428 stitches built in. It is fantastic. The threading path is very easy to follow. There's arrows that direct you all the way around. It does have a needle threader. It has a beautiful stitch plate that is wide and also ready for accessories if you decide to add those. Once again, this this bobbin case is fantastic because it is a little magnifying glass. I just love that. It does have a free arm for smaller projects or necks or sleeves or cuffs or collars or bags or anything that is small. It does come with a knee lift, which is fantastic for raising the foot, for repositioning, quilting, etc. The function buttons right on the screen. We have the foot down, we have the foot up, and if we touch the foot up again, it will automatically drop our feed dogs and raise that foot up into its highest position. Over here, we have a stitch restart. So if you're stitching along and you realize you're in the wrong position, for instance, you can correct it, touch stitch restart, and it will start that stitch over again, which is a fantastic feature. We have tie off, which when we come to the end of a stitch, we can touch the tie off and it will make a knot for us. We also have a cut function, which will cut both the top and the bobbin thread. We have a start-stop function, which allows us to sew hands-free. And what is fabulous with Pfaff is we can use the start-stop function with the foot pedal plugged in, which turns our foot pedal into a brake. So when you're sewing along and you need to stop, you can just touch the foot pedal and it'll automatically stop for you. We have speed control built into the Pfaff, as well as using your foot pedal for speed. We have the needle down function. Now, when you touch the needle down function, this is fantastic because it will drop your needle and raise your foot pedal just to the pivot height. So I can easily turn corners or work with applique or whatever I'm trying to do. It is just easy. It's one of my favorite features. The wonderful color touch screen makes things so easy to access. If I want to access any of those 425 stitches, I can just touch my menu. And if I touch the main menu, I can see all the different categories that I can choose from. I have arrows to choose for more. I have saved because I can save designs. I'm going to come back a little bit. And something we have on the Pfaff Quilt Expression 720 are perfectly balanced buttonholes. So the buttonholes are fantastic. Each side is going to look exactly the same. It's absolutely fantastic. On our screen, we can see, we can move our needle position, we can change our stitch length, we can change our tension, we can change our stitch width, anything that we need to do. And we have a great little guide here that will let us know what foot is recommended, whether or not we can use the integrated dual feed, which is a staple with Pfaff. The integrated dual feed is feed teeth on the top as well as on the bottom. There's a motor in there, so it works just like the feed teeth at the bottom. It is so precise. It's perfection, absolute perfection. Whether you're working with a single layer of silk or whether you're working with 9 layers of wool, it is going to be even. We also have some other functions over here of we can program in that tie off and cut function over here. We can say we want to start with a tie off, start the stitch, and we want to end with a tie off, and then we want to cut the thread. So we can do it all at once from a push of a button, which is fantastic. We do have tapering capability, so we can taper our stitches to create nice squares. You can taper from the top, you can taper from the bottom. And I don't know if you can see this, but right next to this little taper icon, there is a little teeny arrow. So whenever you see that, if you touch and hold, it gives you more options. So I can choose the degree of taper that I wish to do. For instance, if I'm doing a square, I may just do 45 degrees. Or if I'm doing more of a shape, I can change the angle to create the shapes that I may need. It is awesome. We have sequencing, which allows us to sequence a series of stitches or type in names or anything like that. We do have fonts built in. And we also have Stitch Creator. Stitch Creator is a wonderful thing because it allows you to bring in ready-made stitches. And let me do that real quick. I can bring in a ready-made stitch. And what you see here is right on the screen, it has the stitch. I can take any of these little nodes you see and make changes to this stitch, creating a new stitch. My favorite way is I like to use this triple stitch, and you can see that it's going to just change it to a heavier stitch. So when I'm doing quilting or when I'm doing upcycling with denim, and so the Stitch Creator is fantastic. I will often see stuff in, I travel a lot for work, and the bougie little boutiques in the airports, I will often see a stitch that I like. So I'll take a picture and I come home and I create my own stitch, which is so fun.